Everyone thinks they know how the dinosaur story ends. A giant asteroid, a massive explosion, firestorms, darkness, extinction. Roll credits. Dinosaurs wiped out. End of story. But what if that ending is wrong? What if dinosaurs didn't actually go extinct at all? What if, right now, as you're watching this video, dinosaurs are flying over your head, sitting on power lines, and staring at you from your backyard? And no, this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is modern science quietly rewriting one of the biggest stories humanity has ever believed. When most people hear the word dinosaur, they imagine massive creatures like Tyrannosaurus rex or Triceratops. Scaly skin, roaring mouths, giant claws. But that image didn't come from fossils. It came from movies. Early scientists made guesses based on bones alone, and Hollywood turned those guesses into permanent memories. The truth is, fossils don't preserve color, sound, or behavior. For decades, we filled the gaps with imagination, and that imagination was wrong in ways that are almost embarrassing. In the last few decades, paleontologists started finding something strange. Fossils with feathers. Not impressions, actual feather structures preserved in stone. At first, scientists thought it was a mistake. Then they found more, and more, until it became impossible to ignore. Many dinosaurs weren't scaly monsters. They were feathered, warm-blooded, active, intelligent. Suddenly, dinosaurs started looking less like reptiles and more like birds. And that's when the uncomfortable question appeared. If dinosaurs evolved into birds, are birds dinosaurs? Scientists didn't answer this lightly. They compared skeletons, bone by bone. Dinosaurs and birds share hollow bones, wishbones, three-fingered limbs, and even similar breathing systems. The similarities weren't small. They were overwhelming. Eventually, the scientific conclusion became unavoidable. Birds are not related to dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. Not dinosaur descendants, not distant cousins. Actual living dinosaurs. That pigeon you ignore on the sidewalk? Dinosaur. That eagle soaring over mountains? Dinosaur. That chicken in your grocery store? A direct descendant of one of the deadliest predators to ever walk the earth. In fact, chickens are more closely related to Tyrannosaurus rex than T-Rex was to Stegosaurus. Let that sink in for a second. So when people say dinosaurs went extinct, that's only partially true. Yes, the giant non-avian dinosaurs were wiped out. But an entire branch survived. Smaller, faster, covered in feathers, able to fly. The asteroid didn't end the dinosaur era. It filtered it. And speaking of that asteroid, let's talk about what really happened 66 million years ago. The impact didn't instantly kill everything. That's another movie myth. Many dinosaurs survived the initial blast. The real killer came after. Months of darkness, global fires, acid rain, temperatures collapsing, plants dying, food chains collapsing from the bottom up. Big animals with huge calorie needs couldn't survive long without vegetation. But smaller, adaptable creatures? They had a chance. Bird-like dinosaurs already had the perfect survival toolkit. Feathers for insulation, high metabolism, omnivorous diets, the ability to fly away from danger. While massive predators starved, these small dinosaurs adapted. They hid, they migrated, they evolved. And over millions of years, they became the birds we know today. Here's where it gets even more unsettling. Scientists have studied dinosaur brains using fossilized skulls and CT scans. The results show that many theropod dinosaurs had brain structures similar to modern birds. Vision-focused, fast reflexes, problem-solving ability. Dinosaurs weren't dumb brutes. They were sharp, alert, and social. Some even hunted in packs. Which means the intelligence we see in crows, ravens, and parrots didn't appear out of nowhere. It's inherited. Crows can solve puzzles designed for human children. Parrots can learn language patterns. Ravens can plan for the future. These aren't just birds. These are ancient minds refined by millions of years of evolution. Dinosaur intelligence didn't vanish. It adapted. And then there's the sound. Movies trained us to expect deep, roaring screams.
This
But
fossilized
science
skull
says
offers clues to its
otherwise.
ancient owner's anatomy.
Dinosaurs
The lion's roar is
likely
powered by
couldn't roar
vibrating
like
vocal cords
lions.
visualized here.
They lacked the vocal structures for it. Instead, they probably made low-frequency sounds, hisses, clicks, and deep rumbling calls, much closer to birds and crocodiles. If you've ever heard an alligator bellow or a cassowary boom, you've heard something closer to a dinosaur than any movie roar ever created. Now here's a thought that feels uncomfortable once you realize it. Dinosaurs didn't disappear. Humans simply arrived late.
Here.
We entered a world where dinosaurs had already adapted into smaller, smarter, flying forms. We didn't replace them, we joined them. The dinosaur era never ended. We're living inside it. And it gets even deeper. Scientists have found preserved soft tissue inside dinosaur fossils. Blood vessel structures, proteins, even hints of collagen. This shocked the scientific community. Soft tissue isn't supposed to survive millions of years. But it did, which tells us dinosaur biology was far more complex and resilient than previously believed. The line between ancient and modern suddenly became blurry. So next time you see a bird tilt its head and watch you closely, understand what you're looking at. That stare is ancient, older than humanity, older than civilization. It's the same evolutionary lineage that once ruled the planet for over 160 million years. Humans? We've been here for about 300,000. Dinosaurs didn't fail. They didn't vanish. They evolved. They adapted. They survived the worst extinction event since life began. And they're still here. The real question isn't what killed the dinosaurs. The real question is, how did dinosaurs become so successful that they're still alive today, while so many other species vanished forever? And if dinosaurs survived once, who's to say they won't outlast us too?